Hello, wonderful awakened intuitives. Natalie here. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to any new awakened intuitives. This reading is for Virgo suns. You may have Virgo in your chart, an important placement like a Virgo moon or a Virgo rising. But we are focused on the Virgo sun, and this is all about the Mercury retrograde. I was just cleansing my chakras a bit. I've got some crystal bowl sound healing going for throat chakra communication and cleansing and clearing. I'm so glad you're here. Again, I hope you're doing well. Virgos are the sixth sign of the zodiac wheel. They are diligent and organized. They are the virgin or maiden, and Mercury is all about communication, transportation, and journeys. It rules technology as well. So during this Mercury retrograde, we will be seeing technology issues always. And so we're focused on how this Mercury retrograde may affect Virgo sun signs in each house in different parts of our lives, your lives. And if you want to know more about the Mercury retrograde, what signs it is ruling in or transiting in, and more about that, I did an intro video, and I will list that link in the description below if you want to go back and get some more information about the Mercury retrograde and all of that. So I will do that for you. I do suggest it, but if not, that's totally okay. I will be doing a prayer, and then I'll do my singing bowl so we can get started. And I'm wearing my amazing smoky quartz necklace stone that Crystal Medicine has blessed me with. I got it yesterday, and my chakra bracelet that she made as well. Amazing. My daughter just painted this picture today. Super pretty. And I will list Crystal's channel in the description below as well if you're interested. She's amazing, so healing. She does amazing high vibrational videos, and they're so cleansing and clearing as well as chakras. So I will do that as well. So let's begin with our prayer. Divine protectors, ancestors of the light, I thank you so very much for us being able to be here today. Thank you so much for us being able to build connections together through you, whether it's through this channel or any other like-minded souls, open-hearted souls. Thank you so very much for all of my abilities and tools and everybody else's abilities and tools in each of our own ways. Thank you so very much for those. I ask you to please walk me through the cards, help me be able to ask the right questions, and help bring clarity and truth in for our Virgo souls, so they can have a better understanding, more knowledge and clarity of how this Mercury retrograde may possibly affect parts of their lives. So I ask for clarity, discernment, whether I see and understand these things or they see and understand these things. But I do ask for clarity for them in particular, please. I ask for protection, guidance, and safety for me and my family and everybody who is watching, all of our inner and outer lives, against anything negative, evil, or unholy in any way, shape, or form, whether it's attacks, accusations, judgments, hidden agendas, whatever it may be. And I ask that you will cut these ties, cords, or attachments, attacks, accusations from all of our inner and outer lives completely, and send them right back to its source immediately, please. I ask for me and my family and everybody who's watching abundance in our inner and outer lives with happiness, joy, prosperity, positivity, love, and light, unconditional love, and empathy and sympathy. I ask you'll enhance our connections with you, divine protectors, ancestors of the light, and with each other that are like-minded souls. And I ask for protection wherever we may go, whether it's YouTube, technology, traveling, whatever it may be with this Mercury retrograde, and so on. I thank you so very much, Archangel Michael. I ask you to surround us with your blanket of love, light, knowledge, protection, and guidance. And again, thank you so very much for us being here, and thank you for this prayer, these meditations, and these alignments, and cleansing, and healing. Thank you again. Amen. Alrighty. Okay, I will do the singing bowl now. I will ding it twice so you know. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, get the right frequency we want for this reading, and some cleansing and clearing. Thank you so much if you were part of that prayer. It's always appreciated. So thank you, Virgos, and anybody else, any of our awakened intuitive tribe. Let's see if we can get that kind of even. Okay, Virgos, let's see what kind of blessing that we have from the divine, from Archangel Michael, for you now before we start this reading and ask our questions. What do you have for Virgo sons, please? I do have a double Virgo daughter. Oh, we got synchronicity. All right, you may be seeing numbers 1111, 33, 22, and so on. I know I have been, you may be as well. That's angel guidance. You could look up those numbers and see what they mean. Synchronicity. There is no such thing as chance in our incredible universe. The coincidences and synchronicities are carefully orchestrated by your guides and angels, so recognize them as the hand of spirit. Rejoice when you notice them, for they are the angels' message to you that you are on the right path. Start to expect them and look for them. Be aware that there is a divine reason behind them and consider what the message or lesson is. Synchronicity is also a reminder to you that all things happen in divine timing. The affirmation says, all things happen in perfect timing. All right. Beautiful. Okay. So now let's begin, Virgo. It always gets super interesting, kind of in the middle of the zodiac wheel to the end. But let's begin with the first house of Aries. This is your self-image, personality, and what you project to others. So let's begin knocking out the previous energy that we don't need. Okay, so for Virgo sons, how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect their first house of self-image, personality, and what you project to others? We have the Page of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, so pages are something new, or a message. Swords is words, it can be communication. So there may be an offer or something new to move to a more solid ground with your personality, what you project to others, and your self-image. And you may have these ideas on how to do that. Okay, now let's see what you can do about this. Let's do this one. What can Virgos do about this? You may have like some kind of new approach to how you project yourself, your self-image and your personality. What can Virgos do about this, please? Okay, let's see. This says memories of Atlantis. I wonder if subconsciously a higher consciousness of yourself are going to bring up like memories from maybe past lives. You may have a past life of Atlantis or something. On how to do this, it says spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Very interesting. Mercury rules technology. Maybe you'll have some kind of platform or something similar like that with technology you may use for your personality, self-image, what you project to others. And so you may be coming up with like a new approach about this. So, and possible words, communication through that. All right, so let's move on to the second house, Taurus. This is finances, material things, possessions. For Virgo suns, how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's second house of finances, material things, and possessions, please? How may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's second house of material things, possessions, finances? You got the Magician. So this is manifesting. You're creating, you're manifesting these things during this Mercury retrograde. I do want to read you the memories of Atlantis really quickly. I'm sorry. Let's go back just real quick. For your personality, what you project to others, and your self-image with this newness, with this progress, possible technology. I just want to read you more about it in the book. So I'm sorry. Okay. Rewind. Spiral acceleration. Or sorry, spiritual acceleration. Why did I say spiral? Maybe it's like spiraling or something. Okay, progress, technology. Legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connection. Their disrespect for the earth and ocean caused a great cataclysm that brought their civilization to an end. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has a strong energy or seems familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are having are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistakes now. How to connect. Visualize yourself cloaked in a beautiful deep blue energy, Atlantic Ocean blue, and say, Atlantean Council of Light, thank you for supporting the evolution of my soul so that I can surmount the karmic imbalances of my previous incarnations. And your message says, you are being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, you are receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of the soul. You are becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with the highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. Okay, sorry. So yes, that's for your personality, what you project to others, self-image. So now with your second house of finances, material things, possessions, you got the Magician. This is that manifesting, this creating during this Mercury retrograde. So that's interesting and pretty good. So what can you Virgos do about this? What can Virgos do about this? What can Virgos do about this? Fall into my arms, it says. Surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. So you can manifest these things. Your possessions, material things, finances. Or surrender these things up to the divine, your higher self. Okay. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. The Great Mother ushered you in when you... This is Godmother. This is the Godmother in this tarot. It's based off the folklore fairy tale of Cinderella with the Godmother. Amazing. Okay. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. That's amazing, Virgo. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. And you're the Virgin, right? She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we can do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. The Starseed activation says, place the card on the portal of your heart, or you can look at it and use your hand. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I'm ready to experience the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. That's amazing, Virgo. That is so good. That is amazing. All right, so now third house, Gemini, communication, transportation, and journeys. For Virgo suns, how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect their third house of communication, transportations, and journeys? Three of Swords, which is Three swords in the heart, three energies hurt, or like a three-way heartbreak. So with communication, journeys, transportation, there may be three different energies that aren't communicating as well during this Mercury retrograde. It may cause three types of connections to be hurt. So what can you do about this? Let's find out. What can Virgos do about this? And with this Mercury retrograde, it can cause people to misunderstand others. What? Oh, okay, we got two. This is the Divine Animal Oracle. So you got two animals. You got the snow leopard. It says the Watcher, number 15, that adds up to 6. Virgo, 6th sign, health, wellness, boundaries, daily routines. Snow leopard, the Watcher. Interesting. Let's read that out of the book. So you may need to watch a little bit of what you say, how you say things, or watch what others say to you. But be very careful on how you interpret that. So snow leopard, the Watcher. Take the high road. Do not sink to the level of low vibration. Observe the situation closely before acting. Being silent is an option. Ethics is the #1 concern. It is best not to continually draw attention to yourself just for the sake of filling up your ego. A little mystery is a good thing. So now let's read the magic of the snow leopard. Snow leopard magic is all about the power of being the silent watcher. So maybe stay a little more silent. Western society is an extroverted one with an emphasis on the individual and on being seen. Yet there is much advantage to examining things quietly and observing before making decisions. Taking your time and observing is a situation before you decide the next steps is wise. Snow leopard magic is mysterious and ethical and can be used when you need assistance in taking the righteous path. So for your communication, transportation, and journeys. So now you've got the Tiger. It says will, number 34, that adds up to a 7, which is relationships, okay? So this is all about your communication with your relationships. So let's find Tiger. Okay. Will. Exercise your will and determination in ethical ways. They both said ethical. Interesting. Do not place your will over another's. You do not have control over anyone but yourself. Do not be afraid to be fierce, especially as a woman. We can ride our healthy anger, but we must eventually transform it into something more useful. So let's read the magic of the Tiger. The Tiger magic is wild and mysterious. You got two different mysterious. Interesting. It is the energy we can use to counter jealousy, threat, and rage. It is highly protective and helps us find a more resourceful way to deal with difficult situations and people. Wow. Tiger magic is feminine in aspect, and women can use it to help them gain confidence and to find their healthy fierceness. Wow. Interesting. Find a healthy way to communicate with these relationships and maybe stay a little more silent during this Mercury retrograde. Okay, so let's move on to the 4th house of Cancer. This is your home, family, structure, stability. For Virgo suns, how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's 4th house of home, family, structure, and stability? Page of Voices. Again, Page of Swords. Page of Voices is Page of Swords. So that's the second time you've already got that. And let me show you. She's got her glasses on. Magnified. So this is something new. This is something new within your home, family, structure, and stability. something new on how to move to a more solid ground, okay, during this Mercury retrograde. I'm trying to get comfortable, sorry. Let's see what you can do about that. What can Virgos do about this, please? What can Virgos do about this, please? Return to center. Center yourself. Center yourself. Following balance, breathe into the pose and stay calm. Very interesting. Center yourself. And the Page of Voices, Page of Swords, can be like the watchers, spying, stalking. So I don't know if somebody else could possibly be kind of like keeping an eye on you or something like that during this Mercury retrograde, but just center yourself, surrender to the divine for protection and balance. But it just could also be trying to move to a more solid ground with your home, family, structure, and stability, okay? So let's move on to the 5th house of Leo. This is love, amusement, pleasure, creativity. For Virgo suns, how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect their 5th house of love, pleasure, amusement, and creativity? Wow, another page, something new. And this is Page of Cups. This is a feeling, a new feeling or emotion that may kind of come in unexpected and you're just kind of like a little unsure about. So this may be a new emotion, feeling coming in about love, amusement, pleasure, creativity. Definitely a new feeling or emotion. This space heater just turned on. I swear it wasn't on. I swear it wasn't on. It says 69 degrees. Interesting. Now it says 68 degrees. That was not on, I swear. And it just kicked on. You could probably hear it. I wonder if I could turn you to check it out. Right there. Weird. Anyway, Virgo, maybe that may mean something to you. Maybe you see 69. I'm not sure. Or 68. This is like a countdown. So maybe this unexpected feeling, emotion with love, amusement, pleasure, creativity is going to come in quite quickly now with this Mercury retrograde. And I know this full moon eclipse is coming up real soon. I'm going to be doing a reading on it. If you want to check it out, I'll be posting that within the next couple of days. So anyway, what can you do about this new emotion, feeling coming in, like almost an offer of a new feeling and emotion with love, pleasure, creativity, amusement? Okay, prepare with this card. I suggest, I don't know, maybe I'll cover her. Yeah, I'll cover her just in case, okay? You might already see it. Sorry if you do. Okay, so Journey to Wholeness number 33. Interesting. 3 is Mercury. It is communication, transportation, and journeys. 33 adds up to 6 Virgos. You're the 6th sign. All right, so Journey to Wholeness. So it's even more like a balance. Try to get centered and balanced. Let's find out what this says in the book. Journey to Wholeness. Okay. Oh, this is long, so I'm going to come up here. Okay. Self-acceptance. All right, I gotta cover her. Okay. Hopefully that'll do, right? Okay. Self-acceptance, wholeness, unconditional love, soul fragments, returning, accepting others as they are, staying energetically present. Am I covering her enough? Oh my gosh. Come on, finger, be long enough. Okay. Staying energetically present, accepting all parts of self, healing internal disease. Traditional Japanese painters do not paint the eyes of a deity before the rest of the body. As they say, this is the element that brings it to life, but for this image, I did just that. It was one of the most profound painting experiences I have experienced. I created deep into the night, and no matter how hard I tried, I could not put my paintbrush down. At 3 a.m., I was coaxed away, and as I stepped back, I burst into tears. I was deeply upset at the being that had come alive on the canvas, could be sensed in my art space, and felt as if it was within me. The canvas held a half-formed being, part woman and somewhat octopus. She was troubled. The process she was in was quite disturbing to her. After doing a clearing, I was able to sleep. Interesting. The next morning, my housemate inquired what had happened in the night as his pictures were falling off the walls. As I worked on the painting over the next week, it felt like this being was undergoing healing. She was brought to wholeness and became quite beautiful with evolved energy systems and a sense of enlightenment in knowing about her. I have come to realize that this being is a hybrid. There are mixed reports about what caused these beings to be this way, but it seems there was a distinct sense of upset and disease amongst them, and they had an intense longing to be whole again. Some say the Lemurian hybrids were experiments done by the Atlanteans as they pushed what was possible. Others say they were a result of vibratory similarities as the Lemurians became more physicalized, causing them to mix with that of animals depending on where their vibration was. Most accounts associate the hybrid form with disease and sense of being outcast. It is understood that hybrids started appearing toward the end of the Lemurian epoch as they were densifying and the Atlantean mind-based intellect interfered with the ebb and flow of Lemurian ways, though this is not what caused their demise. Interesting. Divinatory meaning. This card is about loving yourself and others from a sense of wholeness, exactly as you are right now. It is only from this space that healing can take place. We may find ourselves in the relationships or scenarios where we can see great potential. We may have concepts of others that are not really who they are due to subconscious projections or ideals. We could have the idea that we will feel better about ourselves when we achieve a goal or status. That success will somehow make everything better. Unfortunately, this takes us out of the present and makes our love somewhat conditional. Wow. To be a healer, transcend the perspective that the being in front of you needs to be fixed. Hold the vision that they are perfect as they are. From this place, they can heal themselves through the transformative power of the acceptance. Acknowledge the full spectrum of a picture and bring any fractured parts back to the present moment. In this place, we are whole and thus have the power to step into the brightest version of ourselves. Okay, that is it. Wow. Very, very interesting. I will have to just hide her a little bit. Okay, so that was very interesting, Virgo, with your love, pleasure, amusement, and creativity. That's very, very interesting. You'll have to let me know how that resonates. Some kind of new, unexpected feeling coming in or something. All right, let's move on to the 6th house, Virgo. Health, wellness, boundaries, daily routines. So, what do we got here? Let's do this one. Okay, how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's 6th house of health, wellness, daily routines? Ooh, looks like you got a couple. The Magician again, manifesting and creating something, mastering, health, wellness, boundaries, daily routines. And 3 of Pentacles, this is cooperation. It can be commitment. So you're going to be mastering, trying to manifest this commitment within your health, wellness, daily routines, boundaries. That's so good. There is a lot of growth and healing with Mercury retrogrades. Oh my gosh, how cool. Okay, so what can you do about this? Cool. What can you do about this? Amazing. This reading's great. What can Virgos do about this? What can Virgos do about this, please? I don't know. I think that says a lot right there already. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got one. All right. Metamorphosis, number 25, that adds up to 7, relationships. Metamorphosis, transitioning. Let's see, 25. Just keep pushing. All right, you are in the process of deep and beautiful change. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you are used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin, or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you are required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so that you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you become. That's incredible, Virgo, with your health, wellness, daily routines, and boundaries. That's amazing. So good, so good. All right, 7th house, Libra. This is relationships or romantic partners. It could be marriage. So let's do this. For Virgos, how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect their 7th house of relationships? Possible romantic partners or marriage. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect their 7th house of relationships, please? Ooh, right there. The Hermit. Wow. Pulling back, hermiting. It can be inner knowledge, inner wisdom, self-enlightenment, old soul, hermiting, pulling back. Okay, so this Mercury retrograde may make you feel the need or push you to pull back or hermit with relationships, romantic partners, marriage possibly, but relationships will focus on that. So, okay, what can you do about this? So let's actually pull an angel message and possibly another oracle message. What can Virgos do about this? Oh, and the Hermit is the Virgo card in tarot. Amazing. Okay, so what can Virgos do about this? Okay. It says a year from now. Interesting. Not sure exactly what that means, but it says a year from now. And anything can change. We all have free will, so it changes. We can manifest and create. So it's like interesting. It almost looks like a family or something. A year from now. Not sure what that means. So we did get, with this love, a new feeling, a new emotion coming in. And then with your health, wellness, that was good. Now we're into relationships. And we got this Hermit. So I don't know, from a year from now, I'm sure things will look different with your relationships and stuff like that. So let's pull another oracle message and see what's up with that. Okay. All right. So what can Virgos do about this hermiting a year from now in the relationships? What can they do? Okay. Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. So maybe that year from now thing may be a little on to something, I'm sure. I don't know what. Some kind of relationship. So let's read this Order of Melchizedek. Where are you? There we go. All right. Okay. All right, ready? Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Melchizedek, pronounced Melchizedek. Oh, okay. Whose name means King of Righteousness, is the first high priest mentioned in the Bible, the one who initiated all the great teachers that followed him. He is mentioned in several Arabic texts, including the Dead Sea Scrolls and also the Zabbalist Zahar. He is an ancient gatekeeper of the light who's dedicated to helping all those walking the spiritual path to take the initiatory steps to align with the light. The best way to describe this great being is as a wizard. When you invoke him, you'll feel the presence of a loving and angelic grandfather who wants to guide you to your greatness. The Order of Melchizedek, which was mentioned by Jesus in the New Testament, is a divine order of very high frequency light beings, angels and masters, who are working together as an energetic force dedicated to lighting up and outshining all darkness and bringing a greater balance of masculine and feminine energies to the earth. Its members include Jesus Christ, Archangel Michael, Archie of Faith, and Mother Mary. By connecting with these cosmic beings, we give permission for our energy to be upgraded by light and to light, so that we can become an even greater vessel of purpose for the world. How to connect? When you're feeling challenged by something that feels like a big life lesson, call on the Order of Melchizedek. Light bearers, angelic beings, and cosmic guides, thank you for enveloping me in your brilliant crystal clear light. Darn Mercury Retrograde. Okay, your message says, you have learned so much and are now recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought you. Oh, the Order of Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on this pathway and not to give up. Even in moments of darkness and fear, there is the opportunity for you to share your light. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know you're not alone. Light is with you and within you, and by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up the strength, courage, and focus you need to surmount whatever challenges you face. Interesting. Wow. All right, Virgos. That's quite interesting. With relationships, possible marriage, romantic partners. All right. So now we are going to move on to the 8th house of Scorpio. This is endings and beginnings. I'm going to relight the sage. This is restarting, deaths and rebirths. So let's see how this Mercury retrograde may possibly affect your 8th house. How may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's 8th house of endings and beginnings, completion, deaths and rebirths? Queen of Pentacles, interesting, and it says on here growth. Ooh, during this Mercury retrograde, there's going to be growth and changes, and Pentacles is all about possessions, material things, finances, tangible things. And very confident and pretty financially pretty stable, materially stable. So there may be some endings and beginnings, changes with these things. So let's see what you can do about this. What can Virgos do about this? Okay, what can Virgos do about this Queen of Pentacles? Growth with the endings and beginnings, deaths and rebirths. We've got forgiveness, release resentment, heal the past, see the divine in all. And she's breaking the chains. Restarting. Very interesting. That's really good. And more growth. Okay. 9th house, Sagittarius. So let's see. Mental exploration, spirituality. I want to do the Divine Tarot. So mental exploration, spirituality, mindset. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's 9th house of spirituality, mental exploration, and mindset? Possible faith. Ooh, King of Swords. This is like justice, seeing things in black and white. This is like seeking balance, bringing in truth, clarity. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Very interesting. All right. So spirituality, mental exploration, mindset, higher learning. So what can you do about this? Let's do this one again. What can Virgos do about this? It's bringing in truth and bringing in a balance, which is awesome during this Mercury retrograde. So what can you do about this? What can Virgos do about this, please? Okay. We've got fruit bat, flying fox, kindness, number 12, but that adds up to a 3, which is communication, transportation, journeys. Wow, so this is going to bring you a journey through this balancing of spirituality, faith, mindset, mental exploration. Fruit bat, flying fox, number 12. Almost there. All right. It's so beautiful too. I love this card. It says kindness. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindnesses will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts, spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. Now, the magic of the fruit bat, flying fox. The Samoan flying fox is a protected animal. Oh, sorry. That's not the magic part. This is the magic part. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now 10th house, career, public image, social status. How may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's 10th house of career, public image, social status? You've got the 4 of Cups. Okay, career, public image, social status. You may feel drained. 4 of Cups, or kind of overlooking, dismissing feelings about career, public image, social status, or drained. So let's see what you can do about this. What can Virgos do about this? What can Virgos do about this? All right. Okay. You've got baby steps. Just take baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Follow your intuition. Let's read that for you. I think that's like the very first. Nope. It's the 4th one. Okay. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Baby steps. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling. To start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than other planets. This may cause frustration for starseeds who can't expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling, to remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. Starseed Soul Inquiry says, what's one simple baby step you can take in the direction of your soul's calling? Sorry, there was like a little bug that kept flying in front of me. All right, so baby steps: career, public image, social status. Okay, Virgos. Now we're on to the 11th house of Aquarius. This is hopes, wishes, friends, and community. Let's see. All right, for Virgos, how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Virgo's 11th house of hopes, wishes, friends, and community? Hopes, wishes, friends, and community. Nine of emotions, which is 9 of cups. This is like a wish heard to the universe. This is making wishes to the universe. This can be almost a fulfillment with all of your emotions, or like an overflow of emotions, overindulgence. So with your hopes, wishes, friends, and community, there may be like an overflow or over feelings of emotions with them during this Mercury retrograde. So let's see what you can do about this. Let's do this one again. What can Virgos do about this? Overflow of emotions or making wishes to the universe. And this is with wishes, hopes, friends, and community. So what can Virgos do about this? Okay. Oh, gosh. That. Funny. Okay. So we've got Manifestia. Manifest. Number 36, that adds up to 9. See, look, 9 of emotions, which is 9 of cups. And now you've got 36, that adds up to 9, Manifestia. Manifest. Make your wishes to the universe. Hopes, wishes, friends, and community. Let's read this for you. Amazing. Okay. Manifestation, sowing the seeds of your dreams, creating your reality, trusting what you desire is already happening. Magic making, pollinating your wishes, as above, so below. Doesn't that go so perfectly with this 11th house of wishes and hopes, friends, and community? You can decide how you want to live. The universe is in full support of you choosing to step into the optimal version of yourself. Dream big, then dream bigger. Now is a great time to start the projects you have been considering. All it takes is some pollination. In the realms of making magic happen, we say, as above, so below. So start planting your dream seeds and nurse the soil with enthusiasm for what can and will be. Feel your dream in its entirety as if it is already happening and let it go. Let all sense of control or direction go. Do not try to manage it. Feel how beautiful your dream's fruition will be, but then leave it alone to flourish as it will. Any sense of desperation or neediness will only falter its progress. Although the lessons gained as a result of this will bring growth, depending on what you are ready for. Germinate your dream seeds in the present tense with positive terminology, rather than thinking in terms of what you don't want. Focus on what you do want as if you already have it, as the subconscious will hear the keywords and bring you more of this. Be creative with your dream visioning. Create symbols from the letters that make up your wish sentence. Wish. Incorporate the natural elements that resonate with your manifestation, such as fire or earth. Find meaningful symbols that align with your desired outcome. Add a rush of energy and charge with an intention for the greatest good. In meditation, send them off into the heart space of the ether. Meanwhile, turn the physical soil in real time. Do the necessary preparation and relax into the knowledge that with your intention, this is enough. The divinatory meaning says, this card encourages you to dream big. It comes as a reminder that you can choose how you want your life to go. You can manifest all you wish to create or release. It's time to sow the seeds of the reality you want to experience. In magical practice, there's a saying, as above, so below. Work with this principle through affirmative thinking and higher intention. Then anchor or ground your dream seeds. Manifest from the heart. Overcome fears. Take strong positive action and let go of the outcome. Know and trust your dreams are already on their way and expect to see results. So make lots of wishes during this Mercury retrograde. Amazing. That was amazing. So good, Virgos. Okay, now the last one, 12th sign, Pisces. This is self-undoing, sacrifice. It is unknowns, hidden, unseen, dreams. So let's see. Self-undoing, unknowns, unseens, dreams, hidden. For Virgos, how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect their 12th house of self-undoing, unknowns, unseens, sacrifice? Okay. You've got the Six of Swords and it says boundaries. Six of Swords. It says boundaries. Wow, so this is moving out of troubled waters, moving to more calmer ground. And it says boundaries. It can be travel. So within the 12th house, your self-undoing, sacrifice, hidden, unseen dreams. So moving to more solid ground, calmer ground, moving out of troubled waters. Pretty much boundaries, so it's like a travel of kind of subconscious. This is like a subconscious travel, healing and growth. So let's see what you can do about this. What can you do about this? What can Virgos do about this? What can Virgos do about this, please? Okay. Ooh, you got a couple. You've got education. Number 35, that adds up to an 8, which is endings and beginnings, changes, deaths and rebirths. And Golden Palace, number 23, adds up to a 5, which is changes and challenges. So let's read the education. Wow. Going to be learning and growing. Okay. It says life is filled with lessons. Be teachable. Wow. So wisdom comes from participating in life, that not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, or your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school. Ask a person who might know more than you do, or find a teacher or a course of study so that you can more clearly understand what the next right action must be. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school and you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions, be a student, and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all, I don't know yet. Interesting. Now, Golden Palace number 23 adds up to 5, changes, growth, okay? There is always enough. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. That is amazing. That is amazing because just like that last card said, as above, so below. So when you heal and work with like your higher consciousness, the divine, surrender the things, everything over and up to it, it ends up manifesting here in the 3D. So that is really, really good. A lot of growth, a lot of healing, changes for the better. So now let's pull a last blessing card for you, Virgos. This was really awesome. I thought it was really positive and really cool. So what last blessing do you have for our Virgos? What last blessing do you have for our Virgos, please? Discernment. Oh my goodness. Ask for help with discernment if you need to. Discernment means sensing what feels right or wrong, trusting your judgment and acting on it. Your angel guidance is to look at the people and situations in your life now and respond to your gut feeling. Learn to develop your intuition and ask the angels to help you to discern the good from the bad. They will prompt and guide you. You will feel safer, happier, stronger, and clearer. Angel wisdom reminds you that when you can be trusted to use discernment, you can serve the universe in a great way. The affirmation says, I trust my intuition. Awesome, Virgo. You will have to let me know how that resonates if you would like to. I mean, I would love for you to let me know how this may resonate in your life in different ways, you know. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would just love to hear how this may resonate with you in your life in some way. So thank you again so very much. Prayers, healing, love, and light to you all. Big hugs, so much appreciation. And we will see you next time, Awaken Intuitive Tribe. So love you. Thank you again. Bye, Virgo.